Brock, I'll start with you. When we talked to you the other day, you spoke about not really wanting to reflect on things until the season was over, but now that it is, how do you look back on the year and how do you look forward at an uncertain summer?
Yeah, I mean, look back on the year, obviously we're frustrated. We wanted to make the playoffs, and when you're that close to making the playoffs and you fall short, you look back and you wonder what you could have done differently and how you could have been better for the team. So, I really wish we weren't sitting here right now and we're preparing to play in the playoffs, but we aren't. So, you got to close that book and look forward to the future.
Quinn, there's a lot of debate about the direction this organization needs to go, especially, you trade a player like JT away, it changes the foundation of a team. And many believe that the most important thing is that they make you happy because you're a year away from being extension eligible and you want to win very badly. What do you want to see from this organization, in the next 12 months to put you in a position to maybe want to be here longer?
I mean, I think that everyone that's here just wants to be a part of a winning team, and so I don't think anyone's too concerned about making me happy. Just about being a successful organization, and I think that's the main goal for everyone here, and definitely feel like we can do that.
Thatcher, you're obviously coming off an illness here. Can you give us a sense of sort of what the last week was like for you, and also just reflect on this season, given some of the difficulties that you endured over the course of it?
Yeah, I mean, obviously came into it in a tough situation, and it was a frustrating year. Just tough mentally, physically. But I felt like I came out of that second injury feeling really good about where I was headed, in the direction of just kind of educating myself on where I was at physically, and yeah, I mean, I'm excited to be going into the summer healthy and feeling really good, and I think that was really important. Something that I was focused on kind of coming down the stretch here, and yeah, so I'm really excited to move forward and feeling really good.
I'll follow up on that, Thatcher. So there's probably not many guys who are so excited about getting to summer training, but how confident are you if you kind of get back to a summer routine or whatever you want to do versus last summer, that you're going to have a season next year maybe similar to the one you had 2 years ago when you came back from an injury?
Yeah, I don't see myself as like a different guy. I still know that I'm capable of playing that way. Being a Vezina nominee, and like you said, like last summer, I had no idea what was going on, quite frankly, and I think that it had a toll on me mentally and physically, obviously. So yeah, I mean, I have a team around me now. I have a lot of smart minds that are kind of contributing to building a plan for me, and like I said, just going into the summer feeling really healthy and feeling excited to get back in the gym and build myself back up.
Rock, just to go back to the point about things you wish had been different in terms of how the season went, what is the thing that you think maybe you guys could have done differently or took in a different course?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. It was a roller coaster of a year, and we were banged up with injuries. There's a lot of noise around our team this year, and I think just kind of within that all that noise, I kind of just wish that we kind of went in our room and maybe kind of squashed that noise a little earlier, maybe before some games, and just kind of refocused. I feel like we kind of let the noise creep in to our room a bit, and I think we started playing not good hockey, and yeah.
Quinn, Brock mentions the noise, and Rick, came in here earlier as well, and we talked about the JTPD situation. I mean, teams go through adversity. That seems to be a difficult, or different at least, type of adversity than the norm. How tough was it for you as the captain of this team to kind of navigate through all of that?
Yeah, I mean, there are some challenging times for sure, but I think it just comes down to it that everyone's got to be better, and we need guys that elevate their game, and that's all it comes down to. So it's not about one guy or Millsy or PD. You look at 82 games, it's 24 guys on a roster or whatever it is. It's not two guys, and I think everyone should be held accountable, not just we're going to put it on that for, why we're in this position this year.
Thatcher, later this summer, you're going to be extension eligible. Do you anticipate at some point possibly talking about a new contract with the team, or given everything that happened this year, do you anticipate maybe playing next season out and taking it further down the road?
Yeah, I mean, I've always wanted to be a Canuck since day one. I want to be here. Obviously, drafted here, and yeah, I mean, I'd like to get an extension done and stay here. Obviously, that's something that Patrick and my agent will start talking about. But I'll let them focus on that. I'm focused on getting myself back to where I know I can be, and everything will play itself out.
Hey, Pius. Hi. Forgot I'd ask you a question, the other guys up there. It's been a great season for you. I don't know if you've proved anything to yourself. You've always been a guy who can play up and down the lineup and been a key cog on the PK. What did this season mean to you, setting a career mark for goals, and do you think you can take it to another level?
Yeah, I mean, I felt always that's kind of where I can be, that 20 mark especially. I always felt like they're up for grabs for me, and obviously worked out this year well in that regard. So, yeah, why not?
Brock, Ian asked you before the game the other day what you're most proud of over the last few years as a Canuck. You said you'd think on it. Wondering if you could get back to us.
Yeah, geez, I don't know. I just feel like, being a Canuck, just being in this city and, within the organization, I think just all the relationships I've made, this place, the first couple of years when you're a young guy, you come here, you're young, it's kind of your first time moving away from home, or I guess a little farther away from home. And it just started to feel like home more and more as I grew old here. And, now it feels like home to me. And, I have a girlfriend from here. And so, if this is the it, I'm sure I'll be back a lot. So it'll always be home to me.
Brock, if you get to free agency, obviously there's going to be a lot of things, I'm sure, that go into your decision of where you're going to continue your career. You're going to get paid regardless. But I wonder about how important is winning at this stage? Like, you've been here the better part of a decade. It's one thing that the organization the group hasn't been able to do enough of. How much does that weigh on you at this stage of your career to, find a place that you can dig in and win?
Yeah, it weighs on me a lot, and all I want to do is win. And last year was so fun when we were winning and playoffs and that whole experience. It was a blast. It was the most fun I've had in my career. So I definitely think that's going to play a big part into, if I do make it there, in my decision.
Quinn, we've seen this team, across the last 6 years hit really high levels here and there, whether it was, 2020, even the second half with Bruce, and then obviously last season. Why has it been difficult, do you think, for this group to sort of sustain or build on success when it's come?
It's a good question. I mean, obviously there's a lot of unforeseen things that happened this year. I think we only had 2 guys play full 82 games. Obviously, Demmer having the year that he had last year for us, and then, losing that for a portion of the year. Losing Millsy, losing PD and Hedel. I think Hronek missed 21 games. I missed 14, where the previous year I played 82. A bunch of different things I think all came together, but really there's no excuses, and we just need to be better, and that's the reality. I don't think you can sit up here and talk about this or talk about that. Just the truth is that every person needs to be better. Everyone in the organization.
And Quinn, Rick mentioned that you've got your summer training plans sort of coming together for Michigan in terms of what you're going to do and who's going to be training with you. What can you share with us about what the plan is for this summer? Yeah, I've always been a big believer, and you can
take big steps in the summer, and over the course of my career, just finishing my 6th year, I've continued to get better, and I think that the summer really helps. And I know last year in the summer, a big thing for me was I knew that I wasn't going to have the All-Star break, with 4 nations and different things, and to try to stay healthy. And some things happened that were a little bit unlucky, but I think coming into this summer, it's going to be big on just trying to get my body feel as good as I possibly can so that I can play 82 games the way I want to play, and then also for the Olympics and playoffs.
Quinn, it felt like every time this year that you guys kind of got over a hump, like there was a new piece of adversity to go through. What do you feel like you learned about yourself as a captain through all that?
I mean, I can't give you an answer there right now just because the season ended 48 hours ago. I think it'd be premature to reflect on it right now, but over the coming month and a half, 2 months in summer, I'll try to take certain things and try to grow and get better where hopefully this year can help me for next season.
Thatcher, I know you want to be back here. The organization also made a commitment to Kevin this year with his extension, so it doesn't necessarily lock him in as a starter or anything like that, but it certainly means a bigger role for a player like him, which might mean fewer games for you, and they've talked about that in terms of what the sweet spot is around your health and things like that. Would that work for you, right, in terms of a 1A, 1B situation?
Yeah, I mean, I think Lynx deserved every dollar he got. He had a great season for us this year. He kept us alive, quite frankly, through stretches of the season, and he's been a great goalie partner for me. I've really enjoyed working with him and having him around. And yeah, I mean, they committed to him, and I don't think that changes, where I feel or how I feel about coming back or being here. Like I said, I've enjoyed working with him, and I think that relationship would be really healthy.
Pius, when you initially signed in Vancouver, it wasn't until August of that offseason. Are you wanting to get a deal done sooner? Are you wanting to come back to Vancouver, or are you wanting to test free agency? What's your thought process going into the offseason here?
Yeah, definitely earlier in August this time. Yeah, I mean, the organization knows kind of roughly where we stand. We'll see how it goes. Obviously, it works out. I like being here, like I said. So we'll see if everything works out. And if not, it's going to be July 1st. So I don't really set on either thing.
Quinn, Rick talked to us about how he believes PD needs to prepare himself better for the season. We talk a lot about how you prepare yourself. Is there a role you can play in helping him find his way?
I mean, no, I don't think so. I mean, I think that, every guy, you get in what you put out. Every guy's gonna, has to train the way they want to train, do what they want to do. I've always been a, big believer in PD, and yeah, I'll just leave it at that.